up, guys? Garrett Greenest back at it again, and today I'm bringing you the Food Wars. So, not too long ago on my Instagram, I ran a survey where I wanted to see if you had to pick one food over another, very popular food items, which foods would you pick? I would say the results are pretty interesting because some of these were possibly upsets to maybe some of you. So one has to stay, one has to go. Let's get into it. So first up we have tacos or pizza. Now, tacos and pizza are ubiquitously, if that's the right word, loved foods. Who does not love tacos? Who does not love pizza? Tacos are a staple. You can get them at taco trucks and different restaurants. You can go to fucking Taco Bell, whatever. But tacos are amazing and I love them. But then again, Pizza is fantastic. And of everybody that follows me on Instagram that answered this survey, it appears that tacos are going to stay. Now, this is upsetting to me, honestly, because I don't think I could live another day if I knew that I could never eat pizza again. Tacos are great and all, but pizza? I mean, like, Lil Yachty eats pizza every single day of his life.
I only eat pizza.
Pizza
every day.
Every meal.
So he understands where I'm at on this. Moving on. Hamburgers or hot dogs. Now this is like grill items, you know, things that you would get like at a cookout or something, and it's like you either want a hamburger or you want a hot dog, and depending on, you know, what type of cookout you're at, these may not even be on the menu. But by a large margin, hamburgers took the lead. Now I chose hot dogs because, I don't know,
hot dogs are good?
I mean, you can't really mess up either of them. It would be kind of embarrassing if you cooked a bad hamburger or a bad hot dog. But I honestly thought this would be closer because, I mean, if you ever go to a cookout, you pretty much get both if you can, you know? But hamburgers, hot dogs, equally customizable. They're both technically sandwiches. Technically. But we must concede to hamburgers.
Hamburgers forever.
Now next up we have some southern staples. Barbecue, specifically pulled pork, or
fried chicken.
Now, as a southerner, a southern American person, this is hard.
This is super hard.
Because fried chicken is delectable. Fried chicken is a staple. It's amazing. But barbecue pulled pork is practically a religion. If you talk to any pit master on earth, they're gonna tell you that barbecue pulled pork is gonna be amazing, astronomical, great food that is centered around slow cooking and all these methods and everything. And then fried chicken, probably similar. I don't really know as much, but at the same time, I mean, on any given day, I would go barbecue. But survey says 67% of you chose fried chicken, with only 33% choosing barbecue. Now, I chose barbecue, obviously, but kind of interesting to see that so many people love fried chicken this much. Now, these foods are similar in shape, but could not be more different with flavor. Bagels or donuts?
No.
Bagels is an everyday type of food. You get a bagel with lox, you get a bagel with cream cheese, bagel with butter, bagel with avocado, you get the everything bagel, you get the sesame, you get the pumpernickel, you get the raisin bagel. But then donuts, oh my god, how many donuts are there? There's
crullers, there's donut holes, there's chocolate donuts, there's cream-filled donuts, there's Bavarian.
There's all different kinds of donuts and things that would be constituted as a donut. Now, I chose bagels, which also 80% of you guys also chose bagels, which I stand by that. Bagels are supreme. I could eat bagels every day, and I don't think I would ever get tired of them. Donuts, I see as more of like a treat. It's like you get donuts for like your coworkers at work or something because it's like, oh, a little treat for us. I mean, you wouldn't get like cream cheese bagels for everyone at work. I mean, that would be super sick and like fucking awesome, but like, I don't know, way more expensive and like almost like an early lunch. But moving on. Cupcakes or muffins. Now, another one where it's two very similar foods. They all come in the paper wrappers or whatever, and they have the little muffin top. They don't call it a cupcake top, they call it a muffin top. So I guess it's synonymous with having a paper cup and a overbaked top, I guess you could call it. But cupcakes, super duper sweet. Muffins can kind of be anything. There's bacon muffins, there's poppy seed muffins, there's lemon muffins, all different types of muffins.
But by a very, very slim majority,
people chose muffins. And you know what? I think I chose muffins too, because muffins, I don't know, it's like a cupcake is like, you have it at a birthday, it's kind of like a rare, exclusive thing. 47% of you chose cupcakes, which I understand. Then again, 53% chose muffins, so muffins forever. Next up, we have some very contentious breakfast items here. Waffles or pancakes. Now, waffles, it's crispy, it's almost crunchy, you eat it with syrup and butter. Pancakes, soft, flat, porous. You also eat them with syrup and butter. So there's not really a difference other than the texture and the type of batter, I guess. I chose waffles, which also you, by 57% margin, chose waffles. 43% pancakes. Now, I find myself kind of getting tired of pancakes very quickly. If you have a stack of pancakes, I mean, by the second or third pancake, it's kind of like, all right, I get it. But waffles, you notice they always serve waffles only like 1 or 2 at a time. It's because they're extremely good and decadent. And I mean, holy shit, you can put anything on waffles and it's gonna make it that much greater. I guess it's kind of the same with pancakes. Fuck it.
Waffles forever.
Next up, we had cake or ice cream. Cake or ice cream, I will have a crisis thinking about why I would pit these against each other. Cake is delicious. There's all different kinds of cake. Ice cream though? Ice cream?
ice cream,
Oh my god. Dump ice cream down my throat until I die. And apparently, everybody on Instagram thought ice cream as well. 60% ice cream, 40% cake. Joe Biden wins this one because that dude loves ice cream, which doesn't really seem like a personality trait, but he's made it one. So whatever, dude. Ice cream forever. Now this one is difficult. This one was difficult for me personally for a lot of different reasons. Mexican food versus Chinese food. I love both of these a lot. I have said that I think Mexican food is the best food on the planet.
but then again,
I've never had what would be considered authentic Chinese food. I've only had the Americanized sort of like quick restaurant service type of Chinese food. I've not had Chinese succulent meals.
A succulent Chinese meal.
So I feel like people's opinion on this may be biased just living in the US because authentic Mexican food is obviously more available here. But by a very slim margin, 53% people chose Mexican food. And I understand why. Mexican food is great. It's relatively simple as far as the amount of ingredients that go into it, and it's good every single time. Like, I don't think I've ever been to a Mexican restaurant that didn't have fast service, very clean, consistent quality food, good prices, always good drink specials, always easily accessible. Mexican food is great. Now, Chinese food though, as far as like take-home food, as far as like something that hits a particular spot, I'll need Chinese food. But Mexican food, if I couldn't have Mexican food ever again in my life, I would find a bridge and I would sit next to it and freak people out about what I was gonna do next. Now, next up we have a, I guess, secondary category of food that people don't really have authentic access to in America typically. Thai food or Indian food. Now, Thai food, I'm not the biggest, craziest fan of or whatever. Indian food, it's got that particular spice, that particular richness to it that I love so much. I would easily choose Indian food. But you guys chose Thai food by 67% to 33% Indian food. I understand that. Thai food is great. The curries, what is Thai food? But I guess it is what it is. That's the way that the cookie crumbles. Thai food forever. Now this one was a hard pill to swallow for me. Garlic bread versus biscuits. Now, garlic bread is fantastic. I don't think I've ever had garlic bread that was bad. Ever. I mean, ever. Like, how do you mess up garlic bread? And then you have, on the other hand, biscuits, which is like,
I'm Southern. I love biscuits.
I would eat biscuits every day if, I could. Without, having a coronary artery, like, infection or explosion in my body. But biscuits are fantastic. That flaky butteriness, you can just put anything on it. You can put egg, you can put bacon, you can put sausage, you can put steak, you can put chicken fried steak, you can put sausage, which I think I already said. Biscuits are good on their own, obviously paired with water though, because you don't want to die. But then garlic bread came through and won this one. 67%. So 67% of you that participated in this survey chose garlic bread, and I feel conflicted about it. I think I chose garlic bread too, so I'm sorry biscuits, but garlic bread is just better than you. Now here's another one that is kind of crazy. So we have spaghetti and ramen. Now, spaghetti, everybody knows what spaghetti is. But then ramen, on the other hand, people like to get very, very choosy about with the type of broth and what the ingredients are and whether there's nori in it or not, or what kind of noodles there are. And spaghetti's everybody's had spaghetti. I've been eating spaghetti since I was like 2 years old. Who hasn't had spaghetti before? But by a large margin, the ramen people came out. 80% chose ramen. So I could live with no spaghetti ever again, but ramen has a richness that can't really be emulated by much other things, other than maybe like really good chicken noodle soup. So it is what it is. Ramen forever. Now next up we have, I would consider popular fast food restaurant side items, French fries or onion rings. Now, I chose onion rings.
I'll tell you right off the bat.
Because French fries can be hit or miss, but I don't think I've ever eaten an onion ring in my life that was served fresh to me that I've not liked. So, I had to choose onion rings. It's breaded, it's technically a vegetable. French fries, sometimes they're a little flippy floppy, too greasy, too crunchy, too salty, not salty enough. It's kind of like you need that perfect threshold. But you guys chose 67% French fries versus 33% onion rings. So I understand why you made that decision. People love French fries. Fried potatoes of all versions are pretty damn amazing. But I understand why you chose that. French fries are a staple. Everybody loves French fries. So if we go 67% French fries and we can't eat onion rings again, I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with a hit or miss. Now this is toppings. So we have on one side cheese and on the other side hot sauce. Now, if you know anything about me, Spice Lord, Spice King, I love hot sauce. I could not live without hot sauce. I love hot sauce. Cheese, people love cheese. Who doesn't like cheese unless you're like lactose intolerant? But even lactose intolerant people eat cheese sometimes because they literally can't live without it. But luckily, 60% of you chose hot sauce. So hot sauce is the winner. Thank you guys, because if I had to go the rest of my life without eating hot sauce, I don't know what I would do. Cheese is bad for your health. You 40% of people choosing cheese, choosing cheese just means constipation. Moving on. Now this was an interesting one because this is pretty much like the first one. You have burritos and you have calzones. So this is pretty much tacos and pizza, but the closed version of it. Now I've had some pretty good calzones in my life, but the idea of never eating a burrito again makes me want to go on a rampage
And smash my face through every Urban Outfitters front store window that I see in my lifetime.
But a whopping 79% of you guys chose burritos, and I totally understand. Calzones, it's pretty much just like pizza with more bread, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like a sandwich, you know what I mean? It's like an advanced Hot Pocket. But burritos are life. Who doesn't eat burritos? If you don't eat burritos, are you devoid of happiness in your life? As soon as I'm done filming this video, I'm probably gonna go eat a burrito. Next up, we have another contentious one. We have pie versus cheesecake. Now, pie exists in a billion different versions. The idea here is that pie and cheesecake are both slim, dense kinds of desserts. Now, you would eat pie with ice cream, you would eat pie with syrup, you'd eat pie with all different types of anything. But then cheesecake, I would eat every single day of my life if I could afford it, because cheesecake is not necessarily cheap. But it's just so rich and sweet and can taste like anything. And honestly, would you rather eat a lemon meringue pie or a lemon meringue cheesecake?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Obviously, you would want cheesecake. But weirdly enough, you chose pie 53% over 47% cheesecake, which is like, if I couldn't eat cheesecake for the rest of my life, I would call Future and tell him about it, because that man would have a conniption fit if he found out he could not eat cheesecake for the rest of his life. I mean, pie is alright. I mean, you got, pecan pie, you got pumpkin pie, you got apple pie, cherry pie, blah, blah, blah. But cheesecake is like just plain cheesecake is better than the best pie, IMO. But whatever. But that's it for this video, guys. I really appreciate you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys for participating. Now, I want to ask you, would you please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there? Wish you all the best. I hope you had fun watching this video, and there's nothing left to say but be good. I love you.